Hey guys, happy Thursday. This will probably be a Thursday, Friday because I'm just going to do a chatty vlog. I just wanted to check in. It's been about 40, I would say like what, 40 days or so since I did low carb, since December 1st. Now I will tell you, it was very difficult for me during my break, during my 2-week vacation. It was so hard. I mean, I did good here and there, mostly on days I was filming or just days that that I was just super committed, but it's just so hard for me to stay on a schedule, and it would just be hit and miss like throughout the week. It would literally be hit and miss throughout the week. I wouldn't say it was like an 80-20, how people say do 80-20. I definitely would say it was more like 60-40, like 60% of the time I was staying low carb. I like thrive on schedules and things like that, and that was just so hard. I think if I worked full time from home or just was this, did not work at all, I could probably come up with my own schedule and do it. But since I work a hybrid schedule, or just because I work, it's just so hard. So it's been actually a little difficult for me today. I just recognize that it's just hard for me when I'm at home, and I don't know what it is. Also, I'm like going through this, like, I just don't want to cook kick. Like, I used to love cooking, and I just don't want to do it. And it has nothing to do with like what kind of food I'm cooking or the recipes or whether I'm low carb or trying to, count WW points or whatever, it's not anything to do with that. It's just cooking in general. Like, I just could not be bothered. And that's why I'm just taking shortcuts where I can, like finding those like meat packets that I found at Safeway last week. They were just like the best thing ever. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like I'm just really just needing shortcuts, and I hate that because the food is more expensive. But since I'm just buying for myself, it's really not that bad. You know what I mean? I was going to pull up some stuff here because that's just one thing that I wanted to talk about, was that if you see any of my stuff coming up, and it's very convenience type. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if like already marinated chicken packets is really considered a convenience food. It's just more, it is already done for me. I don't have to do it, and I don't know. I hopefully I get out of that. I mean, I think it's just a phase I'm going through. I don't know, but I'm still gonna make it work. But I do feel really good this week. I feel really, really good about how I've been doing, and so I'm a little discouraged because that scale, y'all, like that scale, I know we're not supposed to go by only the scale. Okay, first let's start with the positive. I have to watch my clock because I'm only taking a 30-minute lunch today. After having 2 weeks off, sometimes it's like, is it worth it? But it did feel really good to have that time off. Okay, let's talk about the positive things so far of low carb. And there are some positive things for sure, especially in just such a short time, and things that I was not doing it for. So I haven't had, my doctor's appointment was supposed to be today, but it was pushed back to, I can't remember if it's the 21st or the 27th or 28th. I have it in my calendar. I should probably make sure it's in my calendar because I don't want to miss it, obviously. Okay, so 28th, bright and early at 7 o'clock in the morning. Yay! Anyway, so I have that on the 20th. So he's going to do some more blood tests and everything. So I'll know more kind of like about, I mean, I could test my blood sugar, I guess, here because I do have a tester. So I didn't even think about that. So I could be testing it, but I was just going to wait until he did another batch of tests. So I don't know about that part. That was like the main reason why I started doing it, was that, and just the belly fat, which that definitely has not gone away yet, and I haven't noticed any difference in that area. But the one area that I was kind of hoping to see difference in, which besides the belly fat, is the like inflammation, and that definitely was until like this other situation started happening. So until then, like I was feeling so much less inflamed. Like my joints have been a lot better. My, just in general, like I could tell by just the way my pant legs fit. I could just tell by whether my clothes were fitting. And that was until I started having, so I was supposed to, so TMI, you guys know, for those of you who watch the Chatty vlogs, we do TMI, okay? I was supposed to start my cycle on December 26th. So I'm 14 days late, which is, I mean, we're in perimenopause. So, you know, I don't expect it, should I say. I don't expect to be on anything. You know, it's just, but my body always still reacts to it. So that's one of my issues that I know nothing is going to stop because it's just perimenopause, right? I could tell I was doing really well until December, until like that. It actually was like a couple days before December 26th. So right around like Christmas Eve or so, I kind of started feeling crampy and stuff, and you know, just kind of like bloated feeling. And then I thought, oh yeah, I'll look at my calendar. Yep, you know, Merry Christmas to me, no big deal. And then just continued, and then it would go away. And I'm like, okay, so maybe we're not going to have one this month. Okay, no big deal. And but then the bloating, and just like I am so bloated, and it's not just in my stomach. Like when I get ready to start my cycle, I get like, I retain water everywhere. So like, but mostly in my legs and in my stomach area. Like I am so bloated, and like it's so hard, and it just so, it makes me so mad because I got on the scale, and the difference of when, because like, okay, so right around the 24th, 25th, like I said, I started having symptoms, and they kind of went until about I was supposed to start on the 26th. It didn't happen. Then the symptoms kind of started fading away, and that's when I thought, okay, I'm not going to have a cycle this month. So I waited on December 31st because I wanted to get like a full 31 days, a full month of being on low carb and how much weight I lost. And I think I told you guys previously that I lost 6 pounds, you know, kind of mid-month. I did a mid-month check and I'd lost about 6 pounds. I lost another 3 in those last 2 weeks, which I feel very proud of, that I was considering it was like during the holidays and stuff. So I lost a total of 9 pounds in the month of December, and I just felt great. And then I started kind of struggling a little bit. Like I said, I was doing like maybe 60-40. But it was not full on, like it literally was like, when I say like, you know, I was doing good most of the days, it would kind of like the days that I didn't like do full low carb, I did not do an entire day of not low carb. So it was like, I would start out my day well, and then it would just like, you know, by the end of the day, like I was at home, I had nothing to do, I was just hanging out, you know, my husband was working, you know what I mean? It was just like, or even on the days that he was home, and it was kind of a crapshoot. But I didn't do terrible. So by the time December 31st comes around, and I, you know, lost those extra 3 pounds, and I just was feeling great. And then when I didn't do so great, you know, that first, you know, few days of the year, and then I went back to work on Monday, and I have been doing fantastic this whole week. And I have no shame in saying that. I know like a lot of people like don't like to pat themselves on the back or whatever, and I'm usually one of those people, but I am so proud of myself, what I've done this week. I have been doing my exercises. I've not been doing my treadmill. I'm not very happy with myself about that, but I have been doing all of my stuff that I'm supposed to be doing. I have been doing, you know, I do my bike. I'm doing for at least 35 minutes, sometimes 45 minutes. Even on the days I woke up late because I was so used to like getting a lot of sleep that, we're going to talk about sleep in a second. I was just so used to like I still woke up like at 6 o'clock in the morning, even when I was on vacation, but I could wake up on my own. I didn't have to set an alarm. But I did wake up late one day, but even then I made the decision I could squeeze in a 30-minute bike ride and still be able to get it. I just had to sacrifice doing my hair and my makeup. And I thought, I made that decision. I got out of bed thinking I wasn't going to. And then my body literally, like, it's like I have made this a habit for myself so well because I've been doing the bike thing for so long, as you guys know. And it's such a habit for me. And my body just literally gets out of bed, go to the bathroom. I go grab my pre-workout stuff. I grab my greens. I do all my stuff. It's just like automatic. I'm like, oh, wait a second. I wasn't going to do my bike. I put on my watch. And then I was like, well, why not? I am going to do my bike. I look at my watch and I'm like, I have plenty of time. I do not need to spend 45 minutes doing my hair and makeup. I can make it work. And I did. So I was very proud of myself this week. I did so good. I brought my lunch. There was a day that I had a meeting. Yesterday, I had a meeting during lunch. I packed my lunch up early. I did it. I mean, I did not feel like cooking. So for dinners, I just made them work. I had salads. I made things happen. It was really struggle this week because I did not want to cook dinner. I only made dinner. Actually, I never even cooked anything this week. They were all the stuff I meal prepped. And I just made them into salads. I just literally could not be bothered to get out of skill. I made my husband beef stew on Monday. He ate that Monday and Tuesday. No, I made him, that was on Tuesday. I can't remember what we had for dinner on Monday. I can't remember what we did on Monday. There was something that I already had prepped for him. Oh, I made the pork tenderloin. That's right, because I did have, I did pork tenderloin on Monday. Then on Tuesday, I made him a beef stew. It was easy. Throw it in the crock pot, done, right? Then, I can't remember what I was saying. My phone rang. But anyway, I did really good this week, you guys. I just felt very proud. I packed my lunch. I made sure I had my dinners. They were healthy and all of that. And I did good, you know? And then I get on the scale today. And I don't know why I did today. I usually do it Thursdays or Fridays. I just kind of check in with it. And it is so high. But I am so bloated. I am having cramps. My cramps started probably around the 2nd or 3rd of January again. And I just kept, it was like on the weekend. What was the weekend? Because I remember my husband wanted to go out to eat and I'm just like, I feel so bad. Like, oh, so it was the 4th. So the 3rd and 4th, because we had talked about going out to dinner Friday night, because it's like, we're like, oh, okay, let's celebrate before I go back to work. And we're going to go out to dinner. And then I was just like, I just don't feel good. Like, I didn't know if I was getting sick or what. But then it was just like crampy. And then Saturday, so when he's like, well, let's just see what happens Saturday. Saturday, I was so much worse. I had to have a heating pad on my stomach. The cramps were so bad. And still nothing has happened, y'all. Like nothing except for cramps, bloating, inflammation. And I just feel so inflamed. So inflamed. I have been drinking, and this is how bad my body's retaining water. I have been drinking, that's the other thing I'm doing so good at, is drinking my water. At work, I have a 40-ounce cup, and I just leave it there so I don't have to drag that big old thing around. These last few days, I have drank 2 of those at work, so 80 ounces even before I get home. And then I've been drinking one of these, like I make it when I first get up in the morning. I usually drink about half of it. I drink the other half with dinner, and then I've been starting one at night, and I've usually been drinking all of that before I go to bed. And let me tell you, at work these last 3 days, this is how much my body's retaining water. On Monday, I remember going to the bathroom one time, and the time I was there from 7:30 to, I think Friday I stayed till about 4:45, one time in that day. Tuesday, I was there till after 5 on Tuesday. Tuesday was a crazy busy day. I was there till almost 5:30 on Tuesday, and I got there at 7. I went to the bathroom one time. And then yesterday, I didn't even go to the bathroom until I was leaving. And I was like, oh, I have to go. So I went, so I wasn't like rushing in the door when I got home. That is how bad my body's retaining water. But yet I am drinking at least 100 ounces of water a day to try to flush this stuff out. And I've been super thirsty. And nothing is working. Nothing is working. And it's just like my body thinks I'm having a period, but I'm not. And that's what it feels like. Like the cramps right now are like the dull crampy. They aren't as bad as they were this weekend. Oh my gosh, I had a heating pad on me for like 2 days. But it's just like there, you know what I mean? It's like you get every once in a while, you're like, okay, is that my appendix or am I like having cramps? That's kind of what it's feeling like. Oh my God, y'all, like it is so bad and it just makes me so mad. So when I got on the scale today, I was a little defeated, but then I'm thinking, okay, I'm drinking all this water and I'm not going to the bathroom. So obviously I am just retaining all of it. So that's what it is. I'm not going to beat myself up because I have done great. Now, let's talk about though, the things I did not expect to happen. Well, one of them is I have been in like such a good mood. Like I feel like but I think it's the result of these two other things that have happened. So my mood has just improved so much. And I think it has something to do with my hormone levels or something. Two things I did not expect to happen. I had zero clue that low carb could have anything to do with this. And I'll tell you guys, this is completely honest. You guys know how bad my perimenopause insomnia has been, where I'm waking up at 1 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, having to go to the bathroom or just not being able to sleep, like waking wide awake, can't sleep. Also night sweats so bad. They're gone, y'all. Like I have slept through the entire night. I feel like, saying, oh, like a child, you slept through the night. I have slept through the night since after about being on low carb for about a week. Through the night. I don't wake up anymore. I do not wake up anymore. It is so crazy. And I'm trying to think if there was any times that I did. I honestly cannot remember like a time in December really that I did. At first I thought I attributed it to not working, was I less stressed, but I've been pretty stressed this week and I've slept every night this week, not waking up, and night sweats gone. So I thought, is this a thing? Is this a thing? So I can't find the original website that I found, but like this one was talking about how it reducing your carb intake stabilizes your blood sugar, which we know that's true, which can potentially lessen hormonal fluctuations that contribute to night sweats, leading to better sleep overall. One of the articles I read talked about your cortisol levels, because I guess when your blood sugar spikes, it can affect your cortisol levels, which is what can affect your sleep and of course your stress and all that can affect all that. Y'all, it is a thing. And I know I have seen things about sleeping better when it comes to like doing keto. And I guess I kind of knew that in the back of my mind, but I really did not think low carb could do the same thing. Never even thought about it actually. But you know what? Those were two of my, like I already cured my own like hot flashes. I was able to figure out that hot flashes were caused from having caffeine too late in the evening. And I have cut down my caffeine considerably. I only have caffeine. I try to keep my caffeine no later than 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I usually just have one coffee in the morning. If I do have another one, I'll have one sometime midday. But I don't drink any caffeinated soda. It's only like right now I'm having my one soda a day I've been trying to have, and it's just a caffeine-free Diet Pepsi. I only have caffeine-free soda. So, and I only drink caffeine-free Diet Pepsi is what I drink. I tried the caffeine-free Diet Coke, did not like it. And I liked Diet Coke, did not like the caffeine-free one. It does taste different. I'll tell you that it took me a while to get used to the caffeine-free Diet Pepsi. So that cured my hot flashes. Have not had a hot flash since I cut down the caffeine. So that obviously was causing it. I had read that. So that obviously what was causing it. No clue that then my next thing was the insomnia. That was the worst. And then the night sweats were so bad. They're gone. Y'all are gone. So you know what? That's all I need. Honestly, right now, I am so happy with that. And I'm pretty sure that this, the weight stuff is going to even back out once my body either starts my period again. Like I was supposed to, like my tracker still shows me that in January, my period was slated to start in January 17th. And I don't, it'll readjust if it ever does start again. So once I have one in January, or maybe eventually when I get to that point, my body should even out. That's what was happening before. Like it just like it plays out the cycle or something. I don't know. It's very weird. I just almost just wish it would just start because I just feel kind of miserable. But I am just so excited, you guys. So excited. So I wanted to give you that little update. I know this is a huge, long update, but I just wanted to give that to you so you guys would know how it's going. So far I am loving it. I feel like this is I have set myself the goal of the, with, talking to my doctor and my dietitian and stuff. Like we set that goal of 30 at each meal, and I do total carbs. I get a lot of questions on that. It is total carbs. The reasoning behind that is just to try to not let myself get to those ultra processed foods. Like you see all the foods that are labeled low carb and keto, and they'll say on there, 2 net carbs, but if you look at the back, the total carbs is like 30, but once you minus out the sugar alcohols, minus out all the fiber, which the fiber sometimes are just fillers. That's what my doctor and dietitian kind of explained, that, trying to stay away from those kind of ultra processed foods, which I'm not doing at 100%. I mean, I feel like I need to be realistic or it's not going to work for me. And so, but as you guys see, I've been really, my total carb count for the days have been really around like 50. If not, I think usually it's around 30, but 50 has been like my max that I have noticed since I started low carb. That's really been my max. Now I have really upped my fat, and I do think I'm probably going to need to watch that a little bit, because I can see myself, like I have never really been a big bacon and cheese eater. I think it's just so many years of being on Weight Watchers and low calorie and all of that it was just in my mind that you can't eat that stuff. But I do think I need to watch it because it is so low carb. I can see myself overeating on that stuff. And I have heard people say that, that they noticed weight gain when they did increase their, cheese and things like that to too much. So I do think I probably need to watch that just a little bit. But for the most part, I'm feeling fantastic. I'm feeling good. I was really discouraged this morning when I got on the scale, but then I just told myself, I kind of really thought through how this week has gone, and I feel okay about it. I really do. The only I planned on making 2 or 3 what I eat in a day videos this week as a bonus. My New Year schedule is to do to get 1 up a week. My New Year schedule is to do 1 what I eat in a day, grocery haul, meal prep. I would like to get a chatty vlog up every day for those of you that really like those. And I would like to try to do some kind of other video, whether it's just like maybe book content for my people who love the book stuff, or just maybe informational stuff, favorites, things, just kind of leave it open so I can try to get five videos up a week. But anyway, that's just kind of my plan. And I usually with the what I eat in a day could fill one of those, an extra what I eat in a day could fill that 5th day as well. But this week, like I said, I've just been really just not wanting to cook anything. So I literally just had salads, and they were just kind of the same salads that I kind of had the whole week. My favorite salad this week, which I don't think I showed you guys. I did film it, but then I never got the rest of the video up because I ended up having the same thing for dinner. And I don't want to have like boring content for you guys. Like I feel like on these videos, it's okay because these are just casual chatty videos. Like I feel like I show you, if I ate the same thing for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, y'all wouldn't care. But when I do what I eat in a day videos, I know those are sometimes watched by people who don't watch all my content on my channel. And so it may just be, I don't want it to be redundant. But there was a salad that I seriously ate, I want to say for 4 meals this week. And that was the spring mix with some crumbled up blue cheese. See, I told you with the cheese. Crumbled up blue cheese, bacon bits, and then that garlic and herb chicken that I made for meal prep, those meal packets with the chicken thighs. I ate that, and then I put some tomatoes, my favorite cherry bomb tomatoes. I can't remember what those were called. Bomb cherry? I don't know. The ones I get at Safeway. Flavor bomb, cherry tomatoes. Those on top. My goodness, you guys. And then blue cheese dressing. And I used the Bold House, so it's a lower fat, low calorie blue cheese dressing. So good. Oh my gosh, I think I had like 4 times this week. It was just the best salad. So that may be on repeat also. Like, it was just so good, so good. But anyway, okay, my 30 minutes is up. So I'm gonna go back to work. Hey guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and close up the video that I started yesterday. I had planned on doing more chatting with you guys, but work just got away. After I filmed that, look at that, y'all. I am so done with bangs. I think we're growing them out now. Anyway, I sat in that chair like the rest of the day, like until 5 o'clock. I was just trying to just get through things because I knew this morning from 9 to 12, I am leading a training. And so I knew that I need to get as much done as possible. Then that way I could just, you know, not worry today while I have 3 hours of my time taken up. So I'm just gonna go and close up this vlog. This will just be a chatty update of 30 days on low carb. Next week, because what I wanted to do also in this video was to review a few of the new to me Trader Joe's items that I found. I have some opinions on a couple of them, but we'll do that next week because there are 3 or 4 other items, I think. Maybe two other items that I've never tried before that I want to try next week. And then maybe next week's chatty video, we're going to do a whole like my thoughts on those items. So anyhow, we're going to go and close up this video. Hope you guys all have a fabulous weekend. And I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be a grocery haul. Bye guys.